Welcome to my TV. 2009's Fashion Targets breast cancer campaign has just launched. So today we're joined by fashion commentator and co-chair of the charity, Caryn Franklin, and Emily Holt, a great friend of my wardrobe and huge supporter of the campaign. And they are going to talk us through what's in store this year.
There are a lot of breast cancer charities working hard to raise awareness. Could you tell us a bit about the Fashion Targets breast cancer campaign?
Well, Fashion Targets breast cancer is unique, really, in that it harnesses the whole of the fashion industry to create awareness, which is crucial, and to raise funds. The thing I love about it is the glamour aspect. You know, we're used to seeing campaigns and being asked to contribute, you know, being asked to retain certain messages. But I think it's the glamour that hits you first. And we know that people remember things and are more predisposed to act when they're in a good space. So when there is something that's aspirational or feel good, that automatically helps people get more involved.
What has Fashion's link helped to achieve?
Linking up to such a dynamic industry has meant that we really have been able to achieve awareness, you know, a message of be aware of your own body and the changes and present early. And, you know, there is nothing to worry about, go and present. I think also, you know, fundraising has been a huge aspect. And, you know, I remember in the early days with retailers unheard of waiving any percentage when the t-shirts went into the shops, so that the entire cost of the t-shirt went straight into the fundraising pot. Now that, you know, for retailers to all get together and to agree to do that, that was an enormously powerful, you know, pledge. And there have been lots of cases where retailers have really put themselves out to make something happen, and designers, celebrities within the industry, you know, our models and our photographers we couldn't do without. Magazines have all got on board. You know, it's just worked as a whole thing where everybody's been able to do their bit.
So what have been your campaign highlights over the years?
I've had, obviously, having done it for such a long time, I've had loads of campaign highlights. I mean, the first one really was being able to launch it from the BBC's Clothes Show, which at that time was a primetime programme going out to 13 million, and to be able to create, I think we did a sort of 6 or 7 minute feature on it, and seeing the amazing response immediately was fantastic. Making a book happen in about 6 weeks, because I felt as a journalist that I didn't have enough information and there wasn't enough at that time. That was hairy. Making a documentary, as I did for ITV, about Fashion Targets. We did a whole half-hour documentary. We included lots of women's stories, lots of aspects of the campaign. That was a great highlight. But then also you get lots of little things that are highlights too. You know, single people being involved and perhaps doing fundraising in their own town locally, and, you know, feeding into the campaign. And I think that's one of the strengths of Fashion Targets, is it harnesses really proactive women who all want to make a contribution.
The Target has become a world-renowned symbol of the campaign. Could you tell us about the 2009 campaign?
Well, the Target was created by Ralph Lauren when he first began Fashion Targets in New York. And so that's become the really recognisable motif that has been on, you know, goes on t-shirts in different colour each time round. But this year we're departing from formula because it's time. And so now we've said to retailers, we understand that you know your consumers, you know what they want to buy. The Target will be black and white, so if you work with us to create products that are black and white, and donate 30% of that to the campaign, it's a much more effective way of fundraising, coupled with what I think is a great idea, is the Million Model Catwalk. So that, you know, that's the website to enter. Download your picture, choose your model, show your support by getting on the catwalk. Wouldn't it be great if we could get 1 million people to do that? But then go through to the various websites of our retailers. So we have a huge group of people on board, people from Coast to Marks and Spencer to mywardrobe.com to River Island to Laura Ashley, who have all dedicated product. The website will then take you through to their site where you can buy your product, and they will donate a full 30%, which is great.
Thank you very much for watching this week's MyTV. I would love to give a big thank you to Caryn and Emily. Remember to click through to the Fashion Targets Breast Cancer website, where you can find out even more about the retailers' involvement in this year's campaign.